Sefer Beis Avram on Mamare Chanukah says something which is absolutely fascinating, very important for every therapy session or any time that you're sitting down to discuss anything serious. The pasuk says, Mizmor Shir Chanukas Habayis LeDavid. Rosh Tevis is Simcha. Mizmor Shir Chanukas Habayis is the Rosh Tevis, the first letters is Simcha. Maschil b'Simcha, this chapter of Tehillim is starting off with Simcha, Umesayim b'Simcha, and it ends with Simcha. It says, Pitachta Saki v'Tazreini, Simcha. Uve'emtza, and in the middle of this chapter, Hu Kol Ishtabchos HaNefesh V'Amarirus, is where he pours out all of his pain and bitterness. Eilecha Hashem Ekra, I call out to you, Hashem. El Hashem Eschanon, Mabetza B'Domi, what do they want with my blood? Beriditi El Shachas, Hayodcha Afayagarim Etecha, Shema Hashem Mechaneni, Hashem Heyei Oizeli. All of this is pain, calling out to Hashem, Shema Hashem Mechaneni, Hashem Heyei Oizeli, help me, save me. But the beginning is Simcha, and the end is Simcha. Ki haschala tzricha liyos b'simcha v'hasoif b'simcha. K'moy dichsev ivdu es Hashem b'simcha. B'chol ha'toichecha yitachas ha'shalei avadatas Hashem alekecha b'simcha. The beginning and the end of everything has to be with Simcha, and I try this very hard. If somebody comes to talk to me about something painful, especially in Home Sweet Home days, when they had a lot of pain, I said, let's start with something happy. Let's start with something good, and we're going to end with something good. And in the middle, we'll talk about our problems. Over here also, we start off with Simcha, because we have to be b'Simcha. Ivdu es Hashem b'Simcha. My father, Zal Gesundsein, before the Holocaust, he was in Ger. The last time he saw the Imre Emes, Shavuos, in Ger, in Poland, saw the Imre Emes. And when he went to Gesegenzich, he went to say goodbye, the Imre Emes told him, and he was a regular Garabacher, he told him a very, very odd thing. He said, Ivdu es Hashem b'Simcha. Serve Hashem with joy. Zolz blaben ayid, you should remain from Yid. Halavai, halavai, if only, if only. My father left there. Can you imagine going to a boy in Brisk and saying, you should remain a Jew, remain an Erlich Yid? Whoever thought that he wouldn't remain an Erlich Yid? But yet the Holocaust broke out afterwards. And my father went through such Gehenna, being all alone in the world. His whole family was murdered. And he had to remember these words. Ivdu es Hashem b'Simcha means to serve Hashem with happiness when you're not happy, when you have problems. That's your state of mind. If you're happy, you don't have to say Ivdu es Hashem b'Simcha. But that's the way, the mentality, we have to be happy. But in the middle, we have problems. So we start off with happiness, we end off every session and every thought and every time that we're thinking anything with happiness, and in the middle comes out all the pain. Ki ha'adam asur lo sheyeh kebehema mibli das cheshbonei ba'olamai. It's asur for us to be like an animal, never to think and never to make a cheshbon hanefesh, and never to have pain and to just always be happy and not thinking. We have to think. But we have to make sure that the thinking of our low matziv and our problems doesn't take us over to ruin our state of mind of approaching life with simcha. So before we're going to go ahead and be serious, or before we're going to go ahead and complain, or before we're going to go ahead and take our stock of our inventory, of our spiritual inventory, or anything negative, we have to protect it with brackets. We have to protect it with starting off b'simcha and ending off b'simcha. And yes, in the middle, we have to deal with life and our pain. And this is the same thing. Listen to this, so powerful. When we hear the shofar blowing, what are we going to listen? What are we going to think? These are the kavanas of the shofar that we have to have. One of them, anyway. There's a tekiah. And a tekiah is strength. A tekiah is... We're blowing this strong, solid, happy, standing, about face, malchus of Hashem. And we end with Tkiyah. But in the middle is the shvarim, is the tzebrachenkeit, is brokenness. And then teruah is shattered. Oy, 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 oy. But we don't start with that, and we don't end with that. We have to start with the Tkiyah. We start with simcha. We are Ben HaMelech. We're going to get through this. Life is good. We have Hashem. We have so much positive things in our lives. And we list them and think of them and be strong. Then we deal with the tzebrachenkeit and the mistakes and the problems and the pain. And then we end the session on a high. Again, we stand up about face and we do a Tkiya. And after the whole session is over, what do we end with? A Tkiya Gedoyla. Super strong. We have to leave every time that we sit and we think, any cheshbon hanefesh that we make, any therapy session that we have, anything that we go through, start with simcha and with the strength, holding ourselves up, strong, tall, standing tall. And then afterwards, we have to end the same way. And then from a sense of strength, we can deal with our pain. And that's really what has to happen while we hear the Tkiya. We start off with this tremendous Tkiya of Simcha. And we're happy to be there. We're happy to hear the shofar. But together with that, Kishem Izbainin B'chol Shana. V'shoymea kriyas eicha eich nisrache kol kach v'meshach hashana. V'over al ritzoni yizbarach im shoyging im b'mezid. Oishe b'chlal shachach mimenu yizbarach. Halibusha techasa panav v'liba im skavetz mikaev. Eich himer kirvas alikim. Chayim b'nizid adoshim etay v'shtuyot. Yes. In the middle, we think to ourselves, how did this happen? From last Rosh Hashanah to this Rosh Hashanah, from last Yom Kippur, Hashem Uleikim, how did I fall so far away? How did I go against the Ratzon Hashem? Sometimes on purpose, sometimes by accident, or maybe how many times did I not even remember God in processing my decision-making process? I don't even realize, and I forgot about Him altogether. It's such a busha. I feel so horrible. I feel so terrible. How did I give up and give in and transfer kirvas elikim chayim, being close to Hashem, which brings happiness and brings a sense of fulfillment? And what did I do? I did like what Esav did. I gave up being close to Hashem for some red beans and taiva shtusis, stupid taiva that 10 minutes later it's worthless. And I gave up so much eternity and closeness to Hashem. We're not really far away. We feel far away after the Avera. And that's why we have to have Tkiya Shofar, Tkiya Lefonea, Tkiya Lachrea. Shu Lashon Simcha B'Nitzachon. We have to have Simcha and Nitzachon and victory. Happiness and victory. Aval Be'emtza, Tzarech Liyos Tirua, Ginuchei Gonach V'Yulule Yolul, Eich Nisrachik Mi'aviv Shoshamayim. As we hear the Shofar blowing, it goes very quick. First, we stand tall. With Simcha, with Nitzachon. First of all, we made it. We showed up. How many people are not here? They're not physically able to be here, or they're not emotionally able to be here, or they're not spiritually able to be here. So we are the Sheiris HaPleita. We're those who are remaining, and we're showing up to daven, Baruch Hashem. We show up, we about face, we salute, and we say, Baruch Hashem, Tkiya, we're here for the Hamlacha of Hashem. But in the middle, we think about all the difficulties that we have, and Tzebrachenkeit that we have, Begashmius, Benafshius, Berachnius, and how many times that we forgot to be saluting Hashem and thinking about Hashem during the year. And then afterwards, we stand up again, B'simcha v'nitzachon, that we're going to be B'simcha, and we're going to be victorious, and we're going to have a good year, and we're going to have Hashem help us to have a strong year and connected to Hashem. And that's what we have to be thinking of during Tkiya Shofar.